Greetings, lords and ladies, and welcome to the Westeros vibe, where an egg grew into a dragon after a traitor's wedding. Before we start, I would like to remind you that links to every article or video covered this week can be found in the video description below. Also in the description, you will find timestamps, so that you can choose which story you will want to view. We start off this week with Game of Thrones Season 6 filming delayed because they can't get planning permission on a castle. Last week, the team in Corbett, Northern Ireland was supposed to start filming Riverrun scenes on the set we talked about in this show in a previous episode. However, a problem cropped up. The issue was a structure which wasn't built according to the provided specifications. Another example of why bureaucracy is the bane of existence, both in the past and now. Moving on with, former Game of Thrones star Rose Leslie thinks Jon Snow is deader than dead. In a short interview given to Huffington Post, the character formerly known as Ygritte dished out, alongside her experience with the show, her thoughts about Jon Snow's fate, that he's dead. Now who knows nothing, Ygritte, huh? In other news, child actor Michael Nevin cast in substantial role on Game of Thrones. This all arises from a Facebook post, which I will now read in its entirety. Congratulations to our Belfast School of Performing Arts student Michael Nevin, who has gained a substantial role in the worldwide hit show Game of Thrones. He came to BSPA today and thanked his tutors from BSPA for nurturing him from such a young age. Without them, he feels he would not be the performer he is today. Very proud. The author speculates, citing a few casting calls, that he will play a flashback Stark child, maybe Benjen or Brandon. The casting calls are 12-year-old boy with brown hair and blue eyes. He needs to use a northern accent. He has scenes where he has to spar with a wooden sword. 7-year-old boy, dark brown hair, a narrow face and green eyes. He also has a northern accent. He also spars with the wooden sword, so it's safe to assume it's the same scene. A large boy with an actor who is 10, 12, but playing 7 or 8. He's described as a clever boy who seems too large for his age. He's big and tall but not fat. This last one appears to be a call for young Hodor before he suffered the incident which turned him into a one-worder. The problem is that there have been reports of flashback scenes, with the Stark children having already been filmed, so it is quite uncertain. My theory is that this is the replacement for Rickon Stark, as the actor has hit puberty and can't play a 6 or 7-year-old anymore. If this is true, we will see when more information is available. Moving on, we have Game of Thrones Dothraki and Valyrian language creators snuck Easter eggs into the script. I'm just going to read these out because they are quite entertaining. The Monty Python speech from Game of Thrones is a favorite of mine, but I don't get the credit for it. This was one of Dan Weiss's jokes, he throws in a lot of them. I just happily translated it. Thought it was brilliant. The insult, if you didn't catch it then, was "your father smelled like elderberries." Where it wouldn't be inappropriate, I always add my wife's name, Erin, and try to make sure it works in. I'm usually pretty successful with that. One that surprised me was the word I coined in honor of my mother-in-law. Her name is Jolin, and I gave her the Dothraki root Jolin in honor of her awesome cooking skills. Jolinat, the verb, is to cook. A word built of this root is Jolino, which refers to a large pot for cooking. I created it and didn't think anything of it. Then in the episode The Golden Crown, they decided to add a line in ADR for Drogo, "Empty that pot." This was awesome, because not only would I get to use her word, her name would be used exactly as it's pronounced, more or less, in English, because of her grammar. Pot is the object and the accusative form of Jolino is Jolin. Thus the line came out, "Ameni has Jolin." That was the best. Tolkien would be proud. In other news, former X Factor star Stas Nair joins cast. The current information points to the former talent show participant will turn Dothraki for season 6. He has posted a few pictures which can be viewed in the news story, link down below. Moving on, we have family location revealed. Tabernas Desert. It appears that the next family location for the Spanish crew is the Tabernas, where it is believed they will film scenes involving arriving at or leaving Vaes Dothrak. More desert scenery incoming in Season 6. Our last story of the week is major book storyline reportedly coming to the Game of Thrones. Spoilers abound in this story, so watch yourselves. Clive Russell, also known as Brendan Tully or the Blackfish in the show, is making a return in the Riverrun storyline, alongside Jaime and Bronn. There are also indications pointing to the introduction of Lady Stoneheart to the show. These whispers have been going on ever since the casting calls went out for what sounded like Merritt Frey, the epilogue POV character in A Storm of Swords, who is hanged by the Brotherhood Without Banners, now led by Lady Stoneheart. Here's hoping we will get to see this important and eerie character on the show. Moving on to the lands of YouTube, we have the following videos discuss. Preston Jacobs has released the next installment in his What You're Missing series, this time about Season 2, Episode 5, The Ghost in Harrenhal. Emergency Awesome has released a video about Ashara Dayne, presenting her backstory and potential theories regarding her fate, and if she will appear in the show or not. The official Game of Thrones YouTube channel has put out a large number of behind-the-scene clips from Season 1 episodes. If you're interested, the link to the channel is in the description below. That is the news for the week ending on October 18th. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please like, share, comment and subscribe. And stay tuned. Goodbye everyone.